So what you have to do is program your children before they go to sleep. How do you program your children before you go to sleep? Show them something which is beautiful, something which is amazing, something which makes them dream, something which makes them feel good. Okay, so what is the best way to do that for children? Tell them stories. Okay, children love stories. Look at the awe. Even the little baby looking at the pictures on the see how she is looking. कितना surprise है बच्चा के क्या देख रहे हो, pictures देख रहे हैं. So our subconscious, why we need to do this? Because our subconscious mind is in the most receptive state. 45 minutes before sleeping and 1 hour after you wake up in the morning. Which means whatever you present to your subconscious mind at that time will enter into your mind. Now, this is true for us also. It is true for little children also. Little children are receptive actually throughout the day. They have no logic and all that, like little babies like this, they're always in the receptive mode. Whatever you're telling is going into their subconscious mind. As children grow up, their logic starts to improve, okay, and the logic starts developing. But the before going to sleep time is the best time because they dream and they visualize and they feel it and they can, all of that happens. So use this time to effectively program your children and also yourself. The best way to program young minds is through inspirational stories, which are ending with a beautiful moral of the story. Why it is important to stay honest and why it is important to have integrity, why it is important to have courage, facing challenges, facing problems, never giving up. All of those things you have to tell the children through stories. Don't give gyan to children, okay? Tell stories. ऐसा मत करो, वैसा मत करो, ये मत करो, वो मत करो, कोई सुनेगा नहीं. But if you tell stories, people love it. Don't we even love stories? All of us love stories. Everybody wants to listen to stories. So the best way to program your children is to tell them beautiful stories. Okay. Keep them away from phones. I see nowadays parents, because the child is not listening, the bachche ko phone thama dete hain. Ye lo beta, dekho jo dekhna hai udhar. Now what happens? The child is watching the phone and the child after a few days will get bored with the phone also. Now, abhi kya karu main? So there's very less of creativity that we are using because we are just delegating that task to the phone. That doesn't work. So we have to give the time and effort to do this. This programming will shape their thinking and their attitudes. If you have programmed your children from 0 to 7 years, you will never have to worry about these children all their life. आपको पूरी जिंदगी इनकी चिंता नहीं करनी पड़ेगी because it is there in their neurology to be grateful, to be kind, to be compassionate, to help other people, to explore their highest potential, to never give up in their life, to work hard, to be sincere, to be honest. All of these virtues can be so beautifully done when they're young. The time you invest before sleeping goes a long, long way in shaping your child's life. Okay. So वो छोटा सा टाइम देना जरूरी है 15 मिनट 20 मिनट सोने से पहले. No laziness works here. You have to just sit with your children and spend time with them. Talk, have communication, open heart-to-heart communication. Get them into a place where they feel comfortable sharing. Even if they made some glaring mistakes in the school, they have to be open, honest to talk about it. Okay. कोई बच्चा जब सच बोलता है ना तभी उसको डांटना अच्छी बात नहीं है. चाहे उसने कितना भी बड़ा गलत काम किया हो, लेकिन अगर वो सच बोलता है तो उस समय डांटना नहीं चाहिए. नहीं तो बच्चा क्या बोलेगा, बोल के फायदा तो है नहीं, डांट पड़ती है, तो आज से सच बोलना बंद. So they take a decision not to share anything with you. So sharing and opening up and communication is the key when we are talking about children, okay? So please do this and do the same for yourself as well. Don't expose yourself to TV. Don't expose yourself to negativity before you go to sleep. Please switch off your TVs. If watch beautiful things if you want to. Do not watch negative stuff. Imagine this little child is watching TV and he or she is watching parents fighting in the TV. अब इसको कैसे समझ में आएगा कि ये तो खाली कहानी चल रही है अंदर टीवी में? उसको तो ऐसे लगेगा ना कि झगड़ा करना नॉर्मल है, फाइट करना नॉर्मल है, एक दूसरे को मार देना अच्छी बात है, शूट करना अच्छी बात है. How will the child come to know the difference between reality and what is shown on TV? So now what has happened, we have programmed the child that this is all normal. To hurt other people is normal. To kill people is normal. To fight, do all these wrong things is normal. It's not their fault. It's we have to take responsibility, okay? So this is a little thing we can do every single night before we go to sleep. Just tell beautiful stories. Enjoy.